everybody's doing really well today. I am back with the wrap up for December, which kind of seems crazy because it honestly hasn't hit me yet that it's the new year. I'm frankly still waiting for Christmas to happen. December just kind of flew by, and I apologize for not posting in over a week. I think that's the longest I haven't posted since I started my channel. But I actually ended up doing some last minute traveling for the holidays, and that actually also reflects in the wrap up I'll be doing today. I tallied everything up and I did a total of 14 pages in 7 books, which honestly is not the best coloring month, especially if you compare it to some of my previous ones. So for example, in November, I did 33 pages and 17 books. So definitely a big difference, but I still really enjoyed all the coloring that I got to do, and the time that I didn't spend coloring, I spent with my family. So it's a fair trade. I'm happy I got to see my family for the holidays this year. But yeah, let's hop on in. So I do have 14 pages to show. Ooh, I'm dropping things. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna continue Christmas coloring in January. I know that's a no-no for some people, but I have some work in progress pictures from December, and I just genuinely didn't get to color that much Christmas stuff this year, or I guess last year. So I'm just gonna continue with it into January. Hope nobody gets offended by that. But the first picture I did complete was in my Coloring Heaven Cutesy Christmas special. It is issue number 68. And this was my first picture in here, and I really like how it came out. Oh, that's just the blotter sheet. It looks like this. I did this really nice Santa, and I did a marker base. As you can see, there's some yellowing. I did throw out that marker, and then I went over with additional shading in a combination of Prismas and my Brute Funners, which seems to be the magical combo that I'm using nowadays. And I didn't really know what to do for the background, so I just went around him a little bit with a blue pencil and just did very light shading. But this was my first time ever coloring a grayscale picture, so I was really concerned and worried, but I like how it turned out. You know, I enjoyed it, and I do want to work more in this book. By the way, this picture is by Mariola Butek. I already looked into what other books from her I can buy. But there's just so many precious pictures in here, and I only did the one, and I got this book this year, so this is the only picture I've completed in this magazine, and I feel like I'm not doing this book justice because it has really sweet images in it. Like, this one is precious. There's one that I really want to do, this one, and I feel like it's not super Christmassy, so I could easily do this one this month as well, and this is called Huga Fox Girl by Leering Glass Art. That's probably not how you say it, but something about this picture really speaks to me, so I want to do that one as well. So you'll definitely be seeing this either this month or next month, even though it's not Christmas anymore. That's fine. And then I whipped out A Million Christmas Cats by John Bigwood. And something about this book I just adore. I actually looked into getting another book by this artist, and I couldn't find anything else. If you're aware of other books he has published, please leave a link down below, because something about his art style just really, really interests me. So I did technically a 2-pager, and yes, I did count it as 2 pages. So I initially did this one, and I didn't want to do traditional Christmas colors. I wanted something, you know, funky. I don't know if that's the right word, but I wanted something not the red and green, because in my head I'm like, I'm gonna do so much coloring this month, so much of it is gonna be red and green, I should do something else. So I did this color palette of the purples, the green, and then I don't know if you can tell, but there is a gray. So this background is not white, it's gray. I don't know if you could see maybe a little bit of a difference here, because this is white. And then I also use gel pens or metallic pens. That's what the shiny is. And then around the border, I just went with a water-based black marker so it wouldn't seep through. Well, I guess I could have done it because the back is black, but that's fine. And I really enjoyed it. And while I was working on this page, one of my lovely friends from Instagram reached out and she said, hey, like, do you want to do a buddy color. Oh, the pencil's like spreading. And I said, absolutely. So we actually ended up going with this page. So I figured I would use the same colors just to make it more cohesive. So that's what I did. And honestly, I thought I would go back and do maybe a little bit of gray shading for the background, but I put it away and then I was just kind of done with it. So we'll just keep it as is, but I used the exact same colors, obviously the same gel pens and everything. The pencils are Artezas and Brute Funners again, not Artezas, sorry. Prismacolors and Brute Funners, and then the gel pens. So I really like it. I'm a little bummed I only got to do 2 pages in this book because it's really, really sweet, and there are just so many other pages I would love to do in here. Let's see, I did this one last year. As you can see, the pencils are kind of spreading. Then I did this one January, February, and March. Sorry, I always have to count. So I definitely venture out with some of these. Like, it doesn't have to be just on Christmas. So I definitely want to work more in here. This is my green Christmas tree that I did last year. So I'm excited. Again, if you know of any other books by Mr. John here, please let me know because I love his stuff. And then moving on to a non-Christmas book. This was the first picture I completed in the month, and I'm pretty sure I completed it on the 1st. It was basically done at the end of November, but I still wanted to add some finishing touches, and that's how it made it into December. But this book is called My Secret Bookish Life, a coloring book for book lovers by Epic Page. I randomly stumbled upon this on Etsy. It is on Amazon as well. And I just fell in love with this book. I did do a full flip of it because I think it's so sweet. And I was very pleasantly surprised by the images in this book. I only got to do 1 page, and it looks like this. So it contains a base of markers, as you can see here, and then I went over it with pencils. Then there was more in the background, but frankly I was not about to shade all of that in, so I just went in with a black water-based marker. And if you're wondering, it's my beloved Edding 1300 black marker. These are absolutely fantastic. I always talk about them when I talk about my Disney Hatchet Heroes books, because that's the black marker that I use in there. But then, yeah, and then I went in with a metallic blue pen to do a little bit of accents on the flowers, which I hope you can see. And then I also did the gold bubbles. Those were not there. I drew those in. Well, actually, I think maybe some of them were there. I can't remember. I think I drew all of them in. Again, also with the metallic pen. And then there's a little bit of metallic on her necklace here. So I just had a lot of fun with this one. And I do want to color more in this book. There's some very beautiful images in here. Again, if you want to see all of it, I did do a full flip. This book is not expensive and it's on Amazon, so it's super easy to get your hands on. Another book that I thought I would do much more in than I did is my 50 Christmas Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. When I tell you that I had her Amazon page up and I was refreshing it, I'm not kidding you. So ever since she posted her Elves book, I didn't really want to get that one, but I was keeping my fingers crossed that she would publish a Christmas Miniatures, which is actually my first miniatures book. I don't own any other ones. But I just really wanted this one. And I kept on refreshing the page, and I ordered it the day she posted it. So I was really excited about it. I don't know if you could tell. And then I did this page here as a buddy color with, gosh, Kate Colors, I believe is her name on Instagram. I will link everything below. I apologize if that's not correct. And I did a tutorial on this one, my first ever tutorial. I was really nervous. It is marker base, and then I did shading on top with my pencils. I do really like how it came out. I really like this cookie here. I think he looks stunning and glamorous. I do wish I did more of a background, but it is what it is. I knew I would be traveling, and I just kind of wanted to be done with it, basically. But that is my 50 Christmas miniatures. Moving on to another Camellia Angelkova book, and it's my 50 Stylish Mandalas by her. This is her newest mandala book that came out in 2021. I'm just going in order in this book, and I think I did 4 pictures. I can't remember. So I tried to find Christmassy color palettes because I did want to stick to the season. So this was the first one that I did, and I feel like this is quite a stereotypical, or a typical, I guess, color palette of just reds, golden, browns, and greens. I use alcohol markers and then go in with some either gel or metallic pens. I did really like that one. And then I did this one that I really enjoyed. I love muted color palettes. Just something about it I think is very relaxing. So this one was more to me like the Christmas tree, I guess, you know, with the greens and the browns and just a little touch of silver to add a little shiny. And I really like this one too. I think I did them, I think I did them on the same day, but no, they were a day apart. Whenever I take out this book, I have a problem of putting it away because I just want to continue coloring in it because I really enjoy this book, and I'm actually hoping to finish it this year, which would be great. And then I did this one, which is the last mandala I did for the month, and I think this one was like, I googled like winter color palette or something like that. So that's kind of where the blues come in, as well as this like shell color. And I enjoyed the pop of red, just this little something. I hope you can see the shine because I did use 2 gel pens in here, glitter gel pens, this red and a light blue. So really like this one. I usually do only 1 gel pen, so it was nice to kind of play around with 2. I was covered in glitter afterwards, just because like when you move your hand, just your hand's covered in glitter, and then I just get it everywhere. But since I'm going in order, I know I've completed 15. I do number my pages. So I have, what, 35 more, right? There's 50? There's 50. So I have 35 more to go. And I think I can do it just because I really enjoy this book and I would love to finish it. And frankly, this is a book I could see myself repurchasing and doing all over again because, you know, it's so much of like dependent on what color palette you pick. And yeah, I could easily repurchase this book and do completely different work in it. So we'll see, but I will finish it first. I was tempted, I mentioned this in a previous video, I was tempted to just buy a second one already. And it was funny, I got multiple comments of people being like, oh my gosh, I do the same thing. Because as you can see, I'm not even halfway done and I'm already like, should I get another one? So it's nice to know that I'm not the only one who does that. Oh, sorry. Then I colored in my Hatchet Heroes Trompe l'Oeil Tum and I wanted a Christmassy page, so I did look up the answers, and I did this picture of Mr. Peter Pan. It's kind of a disaster because so many of my markers were dying. As you can see, this blue is in the garbage, this green also in the garbage. So it was just a lot of markers running out at the same time. So yes, it's splotchy, but frankly, I don't care. I just really enjoy these books, and I really like the line work on these ones. I have to say that's maybe my favorite part, is doing the line work. And another book I'm hoping to finish this year is this one. That is a big goal because I've done, wait, I think I have a tally going. Give me a second. Yes, I have little little hashtags going. So I've done 10, 20, I've done 27. So I'm more than 50% done, and I am working on 2 images this month. Let me see. So I did the outline for this one today, and I'm working on this outline. So I'm hoping to maybe get these 2 pages done. So it is kind of feasible for me to finish this book this year, which would be amazing because I have plenty material to color, and it would be nice to have some completed things in my collection. And then moving on to the last book, which was a new purchase for me this year. It's called Lines Coloring Book Christmas, and this is by Jennifer Rowling. I wasn't going to get this, but I think I featured it in one of my newly released videos or so, like new released books video, and just something about it, I was like, yeah, I need it. So I am going in order in this book. Let's see. And this was actually really nice for travel. I brought this with me when I went to the US a couple weeks ago. And it was nice because I just, you know, you need one marker and the book and you're good to go. So it was perfect for like the layover and stuff. So the first picture is, I hope you can see, Santa in a sleigh and a reindeer. It took me a while to realize what this was because it was also like horizontal. It was just complicated, but I figured it out. Then I did this picture, which is that I think it was a gingerbread cookie, right? With his little lollipop. And then we did another horizontal one, which is a nice festive house. Is it a gingerbread house? I don't think so. This also took me a while to realize what it was. And then I did this one, which is Two Kissing Angels, which I believe is on the back of the book. It is. So did that one. And for these pictures, I have been using, let me see. I think it's these ones. Big Intensity Medium. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Because it has a tip that's like fine enough to do the little areas, but at the same time, it's not too fine, like maybe a Sharpie tip where it just takes you ages. So I actually went through multiple of these working on these pictures, which was nice because I just tossed them out while I was in the States and it was less for me to bring back. Not that they're heavy or anything, but still. And then I did this adorable teddy bear. I think this one looks better on camera than it does in person. I feel like a lot of the time these look better on camera. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, I have one in progress that I started but I didn't get to finish. But based on this part, I can tell that it is Scooting Santa. So I will finish that this month. And yeah, I'll definitely have Christmas completed pages in January. But that is it. Let me put it to a pretty page. There we go. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, I apologize for being MIA for a bit. But it was the holidays and I wanted to be, you know, focused on spending time with my family. But I'm so excited. I have a lot of great plans for this year and for coloring and for the, you know, the channel and everything. So please look out for some new videos. I'll be back to uploading like 2 videos a week starting now. So do subscribe because I'm lovely. Well, at least I think so. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.